Now on page 193, let's take a look at the descriptive praise. Descriptive praise. Okay, let's take the word praise. The word praise can be both a noun and a verb. If we use it as a verb, we say, we praise our children. We praise our friends, we praise our co-workers, we praise our supervisors, we praise the president, we praise our sister-in-law. It means we tell them that they have done something very good. We tell them that we like what they did. We show our appreciation. We thank them for doing something good or something nice. So that's what we do when we praise somebody. So that's a verb. We can use past tense praised, and you use ing form, I am praising the children. I will praise them. You use it in the future. And we also use this word as a noun. So we can say give somebody praise. It's important to give children praise so they know which things you appreciate, which things you like, which things are good. And they know this is what they should do again and again. So you give people praise. It's also helpful when you give your family members praise. Praise your spouse. Praise your husband and wife when they do something nice. Sometimes we find fault. And we say, you didn't do this right, and you didn't do this right, and how come you da. It's easy to pick on the small little things that they do wrong, because it's so easy to see somebody else's fault. Not so easy to see your own, but you see somebody else's. But then we have to remember it's a good idea to praise them when they do something nice, because otherwise all they hear is bad, nya, nya, nya. So you want them to hear something good. So if you give them praise when they did something nice for you, or even if they did something like they cleaned the kitchen and it looks very nice, and usually, you were saying, oh, the kitchen's not very clean. You said, no, I like the way you cleaned the kitchen. I noticed the difference. I noticed my gas tank is full. Thank you for filling up the tank. I didn't need to go to the gas station, so somebody did it for me. So if you give people praise, they hear it and they feel satisfied when they get praise. So when we tell children and our family members and friends, if we give them praise, we can tell them exactly why we like what they're doing. If you give somebody praise and just say, good, that's good, great, that's great, okay, thank you, that's not very descriptive. What does descriptive mean? Descriptive is an adjective, and it comes from the verb describe. All right, what is the verb? Describe. Let me hear you say describe. Right. Describe. Describe. Right. So if you describe, then you tell in words. You use words to explain. All right. So descriptive praise is the kind of praise that you tell someone and you describe what exactly was very good. All right, so if you tell your children what they did was good, they need to know, well, what part of what I did is good? So if you encourage a child with descriptive praise, you could say, it was nice of you to help me clean the table, right? So if they hear you say good, they don't know what part is good. But if you say it was good of you to help me clear the table, it was good of you to sweep the floor, it was nice of you to take the dishes to the counter. Now, children, different ages, can do different tasks, right? So some of the younger children, you don't want them to carry something very heavy, but maybe they can take the forks and the knives and take them over to the counter after dinner is finished. Or maybe you use chopsticks, that's even smaller. You can take them over to the place where you need to wash them. So you can say something, oh, thank you for taking the chopsticks to the sink. Now, it was nice of you to help me move the chair if it's something that's heavy and the kid could help you do something bigger than that. So this is called descriptive descriptive praise because it tells why and what action. Let's try some sentences. Listen and repeat. It was nice of you to help me clean. Good. Let's put on the headphones so you can hear me nice and clearly, and then you can hear your own voice as well. It was nice of you to help me clean. It was nice of you to help me clean. Did you hear how I linked the words together? Nice view. Nice view. Nice of you. Nice of you. It was nice of you. It was nice of you to help me clean. It was nice of you to help me sweep the floor. It was good of you to share your snack. So sometimes, when the children are young, they don't know how to share very well, and you have to teach them not to eat everything, but to share with their friends. So you say, it was nice of you. It was good of you to share your snack with your friend. It was good of you to share your snack with your friend. Sometimes you share not only something to eat, like a snack, but also you share your toys, right? To let your toys, you don't take all the toys, but you let your friend play with some of them too. So you can say, it was nice of you to share your toys with your friend. Sometimes we tell a child that he or she is good at something. When we say to be good at, we often follow that with either a noun or a gerund. Now, the gerund is the ing form of the verb. So, for example, if we want to say basketball, that is a noun. So we can use the expression, you're good at basketball. We use a noun there. Let's practice that. You're good at basketball. You're good at baseball. You're good at soccer. You're good at badminton. Do you know badminton? Yes. Do any of you like to play that game? Yeah, some of you know how to play that one. You're good at tennis. You're good at ping pong. So those are some examples of sports. How about this? You're good at music. You're good at art. So art means drawing things and painting. You're good at art. Maybe your colors are pretty. Or maybe you draw things and they look very nice. Okay. Now we can also use the ing. So let's practice some gerunds. You're good at drawing. You're good at singing. You're good at running. You're good at climbing. You're good at cleaning up. So this is especially nice, because climbing and running and playing, those are things that we normally think of as being fun. But we can also tell people they're good at doing things that we usually consider to be chores, things that are not fun, like cleaning up. We can say this in the same way. You're good at cleaning up, meaning that means I appreciate it. And you did a good job, okay? So let's say, you're good at sweeping. You're good at washing your hands. You're really good at reading. You're really good at sharing your game. You're really good at finishing your lunch. Do you have any children who have a hard time finishing their food? They don't like to eat? Yeah, some of you are raising your hands. You have your daughter or your son who don't like to eat. I didn't have that problem. My kid ate everything. But I know some had difficulty. I remember when my child was together with another child, and the child care provider had these two kids who were so opposite. My son ate everything. And the other one, she had to run around and try to spoon feed the little kid, and the kid just ran around and didn't want to eat. Not my family. We love eating. In fact, when my son went to different groups, his friends would share their food with my son because they didn't want to eat it. But they didn't want their mom to get mad that they didn't eat their food, so they'd give it to Brian because Brian would always eat the food. So he's good at eating. One time I took him to ski school, and we were in the mountains at Lake Tahoe, and he was very young, maybe 3 or 4 years old. And so I put him in ski school to learn just the very basics, how to stand on the skis and, go down like this. And then for a few hours, I could go on the mountain and ski myself. And then I came back at lunchtime to see how he was doing. So then I asked the teacher, how is he doing? I meant in his skiing. And the teacher didn't tell me he was good at skiing. He said, oh, he's very good at eating. And I said, I didn't pay him for eating lessons. I paid for skiing lessons. But he was good at eating. So at least he was good at something. He wasn't crying. That's a good thing. Do you ever worry about putting your children someplace and listening to them cry? Do you ever worry about your children crying? I have a niece who cried a lot. She didn't like going to the child care center. She was very shy. She hated it. She cried a lot. So it's painful, for the adults to hear their children crying. Oh, my baby's crying. Don't worry. Nothing's broken. It's okay. Okay, let's try another one where you say thank you for. When you say thank you for, you can use a noun or a gerund after thank you for, because for is a preposition. If you use a noun, you can say, for example, thank you for your help. Thank you for the answer. Thank you for the gift. Hello, are you practicing or am I practicing by myself? You're going like this? But you're not going like this? I suggest if you want to look, you can look. But if you want to speak, you'll sound better. Thank you for your help. I like that. That sounds good. Thank you for your smile. Thank you for your kindness. How do you spell kindness? Kindness. How do we pronounce it? Kindness. Thank you for your kindness. In the movie, they might say, thank you for your silence. What does that mean? Turn off your cell phone and don't cry. Oh. Thank you for your silence. Thank you for your cooperation. Have you heard people say this? Yes. Cooperation. 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 Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, now let's practice using some gerunds. Thank you for helping me.
Thank you for
Thank you for helping them.
Thank you for helping them.
Thank you for washing the dishes.
Thank you for washing the dishes.
Thank you for vacuuming the house.
Thank you for vacuuming the house.
Thank you for folding the laundry.
Thank you for folding the laundry.
Thank you for changing the baby's diaper.
Thank you for changing the baby's diaper.
Thank you for changing the baby's diaper. Thank you for washing the baby bottles.
Thank you for washing the baby bottles.
Thank you for making dinner.
Thank you for making dinner.
Thank you for waking me up after my nap. Thank you for getting the children dressed. So there are lots of things we can say thank you for plus a gerund or a noun. Thank you for plus a gerund or a noun. Also, remember, you're really good at plus a gerund or a noun. You're really good at plus a gerund or a noun. It was nice of you. It was good of you. It was thoughtful of you. It was kind of you to do something, to help me, to wash the dishes, to make dinner. So you have to remember when to use infinitive and when to use gerunds. So in activity 24, giving descriptive praise, we have an example. Here's a situation. The situation is a child clears the table. That means after dinner, the dinner is finished, and now we don't need the dishes on the table. You clear the table by removing everything and putting it back, or taking them to the sink to wash. So when the child clears the table, what can you say to the child? Thank you for clearing the table. What else? It was nice of you to clear the table. Good. What else can we say? You're really good at clearing the table. So those are 3 different ways you can use to give descriptive praise. Now I'll let you and your partner think of various ways, several ways to give descriptive praise in the 8 situations on page 193. Go ahead with a partner.